Hiya everybody, thanks for joining me. The last time I did a live I was making backgrounds, so I thought it would be fun to come on and show you these backgrounds getting turned into some pieces. I really love how that went. That was the one that I did and I just put the leaf stamp on it, so I was really pleased with how that turned out. So I'll show you some of the cards that I made when I made the backgrounds, and then I'll be making a few cards with you as well, hopefully. So I made this one using one of the backgrounds that I had made, and then the Linda's black card, and this was a kit out of a magazine. I thought it was really pretty, so I used that. This was the one we did the day that I did the background live. So it turned out really well, I thought. I was really pleased with it. For some reason I'm not really seeing comments, so if you're watching, please say hello. Hiya Janet, thanks for joining me. I'm just showing these. This was another one of these backgrounds with the salt, so I turned it into like an undersea card. And just coloured this little dude in with ink lily pens. Oh, I absolutely love the Pollyanna Pickering fox that Linda brought out several years ago. So I used that fox. I actually stamped the fox onto the background, so that's why he's got a textured looking coat, and then I went over with white pen, which I thought was looking really cute. So that's the few that I've made so far with the backgrounds. I've got a few backgrounds that I played with. So with this one I actually stamped the butterflies in Versamark ink and then heat embossed using the Craft tinsel embossing powder. It's a really old embossing powder, but it still works perfectly well. So did that. This one I stamped and then I just went over it with the sparkle pen, a couple of sparkle pens to get that, so I'll use that somewhere. This one is another one of these salt backgrounds, and I really love the look of that, so I'm going to build this into a card. Not sure what I'm going to put on it yet. And I've got this one sort of organised, so we'll build this little one up just now. So this is using that kit from, I'll show you the stamps first of all, and then I'll not be very organised because I don't know what I've done with that kit. Is that kit in that trolley? So the stamps I used on that card that I showed you is the Pollyanna fox. Yes, that one. And it came from that stamp set, Dennis the Fox. And I love the saying that's in that one because it says observe and reflect and become a little wiser every day. So I thought it was really pretty. So that's what I used for that one. These have coming out of that Fairy Wishes Village collection that was free in Papercraft Essentials, I believe. Might be wrong. So I've been using that. I quite like the way that looks. So what I'm going to do is I've die cut already a piece of black card, so I'm going to pop that on the front of this card. Hoping that my glue's working. So I'd just like to welcome everybody that's watching this video, either on my Facebook or YouTube or on the Noble Crafter. If you aren't subscribing to the Noble Crafters Facebook page, can I ask you to join us please, because we intend on doing a lot more videos and a lot more lives. We've got a YouTube channel as well, which is youtube.com/the Noble Crafters, and I've also got my blog, which is sharonscreativeramblings.blogspot.com, as you can see from our little list here. So it'd be nice to see new friends join if they want to. So I'm just putting this card together, just like so. So, and that was one of the backgrounds that I used from that book.
Janet's asking, she's saying that she's hoping Linda brings out the Pollyanna stamps again because she missed out on the fox, but have a hedgehog and a couple of the dog stamps.
Oh, I don't know if they'll be coming back out. I hope so. I'm sorry, I'm not actually seeing comments, so I do apologise if I'm missing any comments. I'll just hopeful that my assistant will see them. So that was the background that we made, the same as this background here. I'm still covered in ink, believe it or not, and I've washed my hands about 20 times and I just can't get it off. You should have seen me. I need to start wearing gloves. My whole hands were blue and purple and oh my goodness. So it's a lot better than it was, but still. I really enjoy making backgrounds. I think it's a really nice technique, and I mean you can do it with watercolour paints and watered down acrylic paints as well. I have got the little sparkle pots as well that I quite like using, but these sparkle pens that everybody's brought out, Ink Lily's brought them out, Dawn Bibby's brought them out, Tonic's brought them out, Crafters Companions brought them out. They're all a much, Sheena's brought them out years ago, they're all a much for a much, they're all pretty much the same. The good thing about the Ink Lily pens is that the sparkle's gold, whereas the majority of the other companies are using silver sparkle, so I quite like the difference. So that's what I've been playing with. Sorry, this is the most boring thing ever, seeing somebody take off backing for sticky pads, and my sticky pads are the smallest sticky pads out. I keep saying I'm going to invest in other ones, but so far I haven't. So I've just popped that on, just like that, just to give it a little bit of height. And I've took this fairy from this book, from the magazine. Some of the magazines do really nice kits in them. I used to subscribe to them all, but I don't anymore due to financial difficulties.
Janet's asking, try the antibacterial hand rub to lift the ink off your hands before washing, as it does help.
Believe it or not, Janet, I've got this and I have used, I mean that was full and I've used that amount to try and get it off, and that's 70% alcohol hand moisturiser, but honestly my hands were covered because I was rubbing salt in and everything, so to have just that little bit left is not so bad. But I think I'll get the clear little gloves that you get, so next time I'm making backgrounds, because I've been in the shower and everything and it's just a nightmare. As I say, I apologise, I'm not seeing comments, so, but I'm very appreciative to everybody that's watching. So that was that little card. I will possibly put this little, yeah, that would be nice. I'll put that little sentiment down here, and then that card will be finished apart from the insert. So let's pop you down here. So that's another little card just made using that background, and I think it's quite nice with a little flutter of gold in the background. So that's that one. Oops, sorry if I moved the camera there. I'm really terrible at moving the camera. So the other thing that I was doing with the, oh, did I do something? Sorry. What did I do? So the other thing I was thinking I would play with these backgrounds is these stamps that came with Creative Stamping. Oh, there's a a line now. Is it the wire?
I've done it.
Alright. Pardon me, burping when I'm doing a live. These are from Lisa Horton and they're really cute. You get little bottles and you can stamp the little ship and things in the little bottle. So my idea was that I was going to do a porthole. So I made the background and I started to build up the porthole. I was going to have this here and I was going to have the bottles and the sea, and then I thought, but truthfully, I mean, I know it's make-believe because it's crafting world, we can do anything we want, but I was thinking, well, would you really see in out a ship's porthole bottles floating about in the sea? So I'm not sure whether I'm going to go with that look or not, but there is quite a few stamps in this set which are really pretty. So there's little fishes which would probably be a bit more. There's a whale and there's a little swarm of fishes which might be a bit more true to life to what you would see, rather than a bottle and floating about out a porthole. So I think let's just go with it and see what happens. At the end of the day, it's only card. If I don't like it, I don't like it. So what we could do is we could have the ship in the distance, although the ship will look really small, but then if the ship was in the distance, so we could have the ship. So let's see. Let's just play and see what happens. Isn't that what crafting's about? Just having some fun. So there's a block. I'll use some quick dry, I think. Oh, that's pebble. I think I want to do, I'll use some waterproof actually. Watch this, stamping live on anywhere, on TV or anywhere, not the best of ideas, but we'll see what happens. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Right, I think I rocked it. I don't know how the TV people do it, because you get nervous. Oh no, my ship did come out okay, so that's good. That's a good little start. So, it's a bit lonely, that little tiny ship in the distance, so I don't really know what I could bring in from this set. It's so pretty and everything's been sized so that it works, which I think is really pretty. So we could have let your what does that say? Let your dreams set sail. So we could have that one there. Now, just moving everything, because I think what I'll do is I'll take in my stamping apparatus. Oh yeah, it'll work. I'll take in my stamping block because I think that will be easier if I make a mistake. Probably where I centred that actually. I think we'll have let your dreams set sail there. There, perhaps. So, going quiet, and Kevin always tells me, remember, you've got to talk if you do lives. How is everybody today? Are you all having a crafty time? Right. Well, first time. That's good. So we'll just pop that away just now. So we'll do that, and then I think we'll bring in this shoal of fish as well. So think, to give the impression, because the fish are quite big, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp the fish down at the bottom closer to us, so that it gives the impression that the ship is far away in the distance. And that was the wrong ink that I used. We'll give the impression that the ship's far away in the distance and the fish are closer to the underwater porthole. So you can see shoal fish outside a porthole.
I have no idea.
Oh well, I've just stamped it with the exact same ink. Silly person. Right, let's go for that one. Let's just do some fish. Just do them so they're swimming in a wee shoal at the bottom. Just like that. Doesn't have to be true to life when it's your creation, you're just making it as you go along. And you probably won't see all of these when I put the little porthole over the top, but they're cute. I think they're very cute. So let's do, oops, do it the right way round. So there we go. So that's the way it's going to go. So you're not going to see all of them. And that looks quite cloudy in the background, so I'm quite liking how that looks in the background. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring a white pen in, and I'm just going to give the sails a little bit of a colour. So they're not the same colour as the sky. So, and it's a good way to do your background because obviously water's clear, so the sky reflects in the water. So if your sky and your water are similar or the same colour, then that's why it gives you that good effect. So as you can see, I'm just adding a little bit white into the sails. And I like these white pens. I've had so many white pens over the years. Sakura white pens are really, really good. And this one is Flowers Cartouche pen. I'm not sure where I got it from. I think it was just a little craft shop in Inverness at the time. We used to go to that one quite often when we went for a run. That's about 3.5 hours away from us. Unfortunately, it's closed down now. A lot of the craft shops in Scotland are closing down now, I think because people are shopping online more and more. And then because of COVID, of course, I think a lot of the craft shops will have struggled a bit, which is a shame. Because, I mean, it's nice to buy online, but it's also quite nice to go in and shop as well. So I don't know, I find it quite disappointing that they're all shutting down. So, and again, I apologise if I'm missing comments. What I'll do is I'll go back through the feed and answer any questions that there may be later on. So, because just now I'm just concentrating on playing. So I love stamping. I think there's nothing better than having a little stamp play. Now I'm just going to do the ship a little bit. So I'm going to use a chameleon pen just to do this ship. I haven't used my chameleon pens all that often because I normally use my Classiques or Ink Lilies. So I'll just quickly give this ship just a little colour. Just like that, nothing spectacular. So I'll just do this, that's fine. Now, remember Hell's Sheridan is on Crate and Craft at 2:15 today. She's bringing you the USB that's got 6 collections.
No,
oh sorry, I beg your pardon. Hell's is bringing the essential nesting dies, which they're wonderful. She's on at 2:15 with them. And Linda's on at 3, Kevin's just informing me. With the USB. Yeah, and the USB's got 6 collections in it, and it's got one of my favourite ever collections in it, which is Sunflower Song. Is it 8 collections? That's good, 8 collections. So that's good. So I hope you'll join them on Crate and Craft with those shows today. I'll make sure that this live is finished in time so that we can all watch with a cup of tea. So basically all I've done is I've just popped a little bit of colour, nothing, this is not a technical way of colouring or anything, this is just a little scribble in the middle and then just going over it with a little bit yellow just to make it look a bit brighter. The pens to choice that I'm using just now are chameleons, just because I've got some sitting here. I mean I am a penaholic. I love my marker pens so much. I've got a few Copics and I've got Pro markers which I started with. I must admit I actually prefer the bullet tip more than anything. So, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly run some tape around the circle, and I'm just going to keep doing that, setting it there a wee bit. The further round it's going, it's kind of wanting to move to the very edge, so I'm just making sure that it stays pinned down like that. And I mean, you don't have to pop it up. I mean, I'm not using this as a shaker card or anything, so this is probably a bit wasteful using all that foam around the circle, but I just thought for convenience, rather than you sitting watching me taking off millions of those little pads, I just thought this would be quicker. So there we go, and then we'll just pop that on to the middle. So there we go, there's your little porthole with your shoal of fish in the foreground, closer, yeah, and then your ship in the background. So that's that. I'll tidy all that up later, and I'll make this into a card. So I'm just going to take a punch and a piece of black card to make the little things round the porthole. What do you call them, Kevin?
Well, the rivets.
The rivets. They wouldn't be black then, would they?
Well, could be.
Could they? Oh well. They're going to be black in my make-believe world. I'm sorry about the noise of that little punch. So I will just stick these onto here at random little, how am I doing for time?
Okay, got about 15 minutes before we should go off.
Oh. Do you know what? Just do it that way. So I'll just have one there, and I'll just have one there. So if there's anything that you want to see me doing, any techniques that you fancy watching, if I can do them, I'm more than happy to do them. And this video will be on my Noble Crafter page and my YouTube, well, our YouTube channel and our page, so you can watch it back. I haven't done anything too technical, I just wanted to really show you the backgrounds because we had such a fun time making those backgrounds, so I just wanted to do a follow up and let you see that they are used. And I'll make this card, I'll pop this card together and it'll be on my Facebook page as well, because I'm conscious of time as well. Oops. So that would be a little portrait, which I think looks quite sweet. I was thinking about doing some clouds in the sky as well. So I might do that later. And also what comes with that magazine is the stencil as well, so you could stencil stuff if you didn't want to stamp stuff as well. I'm not going to do that just now, so that's that. So we'll just pop that away just now and we'll turn that into a card later. I won't be doing a whole lot more with it anyway, so it's just so we can move on to something else. So as I said, we've got this book and it's pretty, so I don't know, and I've got all these textures still that I've got to play with, so that'll be fun. Just do that, you just have a messy afternoon, you just sit and make a whole load of stuff up, and then that's your messy day, and then you can have your clean play like I'm doing now, where it's nothing's messy. Just taking a few bits out of here to see what I think I'll use. So I've got that fairy, which I quite like because that looks quite nice with the purpley backgrounds. We've got that little thinking of you. So we could do something very simple like that.
Hi Davina.
Or, I'm glad you're noticing because I'm terrible. Hiya Davina. Or we can take this page out and we could always just pop this on as well.
Hi Patricia.
So, for those that are just joining, what we've been doing today is we stamped and made the little portal, Let Your Dreams Set Sail. We were showing the backgrounds that we had been making, and we showed some of the cards that we've been making. So you'll be able to catch up with that later, because we're not going to take this video away. You could do that, but I just feel if you do that you're losing an awful lot of your background. So, I don't know, because the whole point is that pretty background, so I don't want to lose it all. What I could
Patricia's
do...
saying it's great to see you live and that's gorgeous.
Well, thank you. What I could do is I could take just a little bit of this and then put that up there so you would see more of the background. Teal and purple works very well. I quite like teal and purple together. I don't know. That's what I do. I sit here and I chat away to myself and I come up with things and I say no, I don't like that. I change my mind. I bet we all are the same. We all are very much like that when it comes to creating. And I've got a pile of stuff here. So I think what I'm going to just do, I think I'm just going to leave it with the background showing a lot. These are already cut for you in the book that came with the magazine, these little fairies, but they're held in, so maybe it would be better to go around just with a knife and just unstick them. But I'm too impatient and I just do this way, and then they'll rip and then I get annoyed at myself for ripping them because they're pretty. But I'm just not patient. So that's what I've been doing, girls. I've just been sitting today with you guys and just putting stuff together. So that's what we're going to do with this one. And it's not hard cards to make. The hardest bit is cleaning up the mess after you've made your backgrounds. Well, maybe you'll be a lot better than me at it, but I don't put anything on my desk. I just use my glass mat and my little gorgeous girl mat, which is all sparkly now because I've had that much ink on it. But I quite like it. I found the hardest thing for me was getting the ink off my hands, as I said earlier.
Just a quick word to anybody that hasn't joined us on Facebook. You can join us at facebook.com The Noble Crafter, or we've got our All Crafts All Brands group, facebook.com Craft Friends United. I would also ask you to come and join us on YouTube, and that's youtube.com The Noble Crafters. And if you would be so kind to subscribe and click the notifications button, as we're uploading stuff maybe once or twice a week just now.
Yeah, we should have done it more during lockdown, but we just decided to start doing it a wee while ago. I did do a couple of years back, colouring videos, because I wasn't sure what people would want to see, because I know a lot of people do lives now, but I just thought, well, give it a try. It's nice, it's good fun, and I like crafting with friends. I'm also thinking about opening a room where, I don't know how many can join however, but I know that some of my friends have got these rooms and you can have 5 or 6 friends crafting along with you. So I'm thinking about doing that as well some days, just to, well, opening the room, and then anybody that wants to go in and craft can go in at any time, and I can join in when I'm crafting if it's not top secret.
Davina says, tell me about it, I was in a right mess after stamping at the weekend.
I loved your card at the weekend though, Davina. You were really good at it. You did well. I was just saying the Creative Stamping magazine's got those stamps from Lisa Horton in just now. The sea ones and the sea, well, they've got bottles and seaside, they're really sweet. That might be a good one to start on as well. I'm going to look through my stamp collection for you as well, because I'm bound to have double stamps that I can send you now that you're getting into your stamping. That's what it's all about. I love it's not like influencing, but I love getting my friends into
It's called enabling.
Yeah, enabling. Oh, and that's a thing. That everybody, since I did the unboxing of the Pro Cut, there's about 14 people told me that they bought one because of what I said about it, and I've only just started playing with it, so I'm like, well, it's good. I just hope, I think it will continue to be good. I mean, they're definitely right about the plates not bowing, because as you can see, I'm a heavy user. I've not even had it a month yet, I don't think, and my plates are not bowed in the slightest, and they're absolutely, I mean, you can see that there's no problem at all, and you can see how many cuts I've done already. I've done tons. My biggest problem is I cut into the 3mm plate by accident, but it doesn't damage anything, you can still use it. And so far, touch wood, I haven't cut into the magnetic sheet. So I have to say, I'm impressed, because it's a lot easier for me to hold, because I was finding, I don't know if it was fibre or if it was because of my COVID experience, but I was finding with my plates, my arm was getting really sore, and then I had my COVID injection, which made it even worse. And with this machine, my arm doesn't get as sore as quickly. I mean, it still gets sore obviously because I'm still using it, but I'm able to do a lot more die cutting than I was able to do using my e-bosser. And I am not bad-mouthing the e-bosser in any way, because the e-bosser is a phenomenal machine. I really like the e-bosser. But my Pink Pro is fast becoming a little favourite of mine. She's a wee workhorse, so I'm quite pleased with that. And I love the colours. They've got such a nice colour range with that machine. The pink one, and they've got the, I think they've still got the lilac one.
Hi Dawn, how are you?
You're seeing comments and I can't see comments, so I'm just saying hello everybody, because I'm not seeing comments, but I'm too busy just messing around with this. They're all die cut. I should use my poke tool, but in this house there's always a problem with poke tools, because there's a poke tool thief in the house.
No, there's not.
There is a poke
tool. That's a malicious rumour.
There's a poke tool thief in the house who decides that poke tools are not just poke tools. Poke tools are for drilling holes in walls. What else have you used a poke tool for, Kevin?
Well, just as a dowel, really, to be fair. It's good for clearing out your shredder.
Is that how it gets broken? Because I get poke tools,
No.
and they come, and the end of them are all broken off.
But they're not any good for clearing out glue.
Are they not?
No.
Why is that?
Too wide.
So do you use a pin for that?
Yeah.
Is that why all my pins disappeared as well?
Yeah.
What's Davina said?
Davina, I used antibacterial wipes before washing my hands. That's obviously to get rid of the ink. So it's a wee hint for you, son.
I've been using that stuff, guys. Honest to goodness. It's 70% alcohol, and I've been using it, and I can't get it.
She's also mentioned, and it's probably quite a good tip to pass on, my replacement plates for my snap machine are great. Got them from Scrappy Cats.
Scrappy Cats. Oh, Anya, we said cats.
Oh, is that why you were interested? Did somebody mention a cat? Did you hear a pussycat?
Oh my goodness. If you'd not done that, I was going to turn the camera well, I can't. I was going to turn my iPad round so you could see her. I can't do that. What a dough ball. Oh, honestly. So, as Kevin reminded me earlier, Hells is on today at 2:15.
With the Essential Nesting Dies Volume 2.
With the Essential Nesting Dies Volume 2. And do you want a sneaky peek? There's a sneaky peek.
$34.99 with 4 flexes.
There's a sneaky peek. Right, that's all you're getting to see. They're absolutely fantastic. And the girls that made robots with them were brilliant. Did you see the robots? Oh my goodness.
Davina says that her plates were $14.99 plus postage.
Oh, our phone's just away to ring. Apologies for the phone ringing in the background. It'll probably be one of these. Your internet is about to be turned off. Phone calls, because that's what we always seem to get. Right, so I'm just going to pop that down there. And do that like so. Right, so that's another one using those backgrounds and that fairy book. So I'm going to bring in.
Sorry, that was a very important phone call. Somebody's telling me my washing machine warranty is out and wants to offer me a new cover for it.
Well, I had said that it's probably one of these people phoning to tell you that we need to pay for our internet or it's going to get switched off. So, to give you time to get your cup of coffee and your cup of tea and to go and watch Hells on Crate and Craft, I'm going to finish the video there. I still have a pile of backgrounds, so what I'll do when I have made more cards, I will just stick them onto my Noble Crafter page so you can see them. But so far today we have made this little card, very simple to put together. The salt background is what I wanted to do all the talking with that, so that's why I've left it as much as I can. We've done the little porthole, which I'll make into a card. Oh, I showed you the little ship in the bottle that you can do with those stamps. That's another little bottle that I've embossed but I haven't done anything with yet. Here are the stamps that I was talking about for anybody that's just came on, Davina. These are Lisa Horton's stamps and they are from Creative Stamping magazine, and you also get a stencil with it. I think that magazine is wonderful value. Just now they've got an older one for 60% off if there's any stock left. We made that little card today as well, using one of the backgrounds from that magazine pack. I showed you Dennis from the Pollyanna Pickering stamps and the background that I had made, and also Dennis is stamped onto the background. And the little seahorse colour, I don't know, I don't like that colour particularly, but the little seahorse, and that's a little Sue Wilson Creative Expressions die that I used just to give the effect of swimmy things in the background. The last time we did the live we did that notepad, so that just covered that little notepad. And this card here is another one using one of my made backgrounds and the background from that stamping book as well. So
read your message there, Dawn. You enjoy your vacation and we'll catch up with you soon.
yeah, have a great vacation.
Hi Karen, sorry we're just about to finish off, but it's lovely to have you with us. So
that was the book that I was taking. You can see how much I'm liking this little book. That was the book that I was taking the fairies from. So yeah, so I've got these all to play with. That was a Creative Expressions stamp as well that I used to get the texture, and it's good. It's not mounted on anything, which I've got you mounting. I was going to mount it, but I actually like the fact it's not mounted, because you can just do this with it and just go like that, and you get some really nice effects with that stamp. I think they're still selling it. I think it's their leaf pattern, I'm not sure. So, and I've done some of it in the background of that one. I really like this. I need to think what I'm going to do with this one. So I've got that to do as well. So I've got quite a few wee bits and bobs that I'm going to be playing with. I'm going to do something with these bottles, but I'm not sure what yet. That was another background which I thought looked very Earth-like, like a planet. So anyway, I digress. That's all that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this now, and thank you all very much for viewing. It's great to see everybody. I will be doing more lives, and I would be really appreciative if you would join the Facebook group, facebook.com The Noble Crafter, like the page because we will be doing stuff on there, and if you would give us a wee follow on youtube.com The Noble Crafters, that would be great to see you, and any comments I will come back on the feed and answer. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a lovely afternoon. Lots of love from Kevin and I. Bye bye everyone.